Hi, welcome to the Dental SEO Blueprint podcast. In today's episode, I wanted to walk through how do you find and evaluate dental SEO experts. And this is really important for a couple reasons. The first is that dental SEO is incredibly competitive. If you're trying to rank for a category of terms like cosmetic dentist near me, or say a procedure like veneers near me, you're going to be facing a lot of competition from other dentists. Now, this varies by geo, but the simple fact is that more and more dentists are putting money behind ranking for these terms in both what I call traditional search, as well as in new AI search platforms like ChatGPT, Google AI overviews, as well as other platforms like Perplexity. So how do you compete? Especially when, there's so many options. For example, a lot of people decide then to move towards Google Ads because they don't want to play the competitive SEO game. Well, with that option, you're just paying more. It's still extremely expensive, but when you look at the cost per click for terms like dentist near me or something like dental implants near me, you're paying on average between $10 to $20 for someone just clicking on your ad and going to your site. And once you stop spending money on ads, you immediately disappear from search results. So if you want something sustainable and you want to rank in both Google and ChatGPT, you really need to find someone who knows what they're doing. Now, there are thousands of options out there. You have dental SEO companies, so these are largely advertising agencies and marketing agencies. And then you also have on the other side consultants where you're working one-on-one. And again, you have thousands of options. So what I really want to help you understand is how can you find who are the true dental SEO experts? And I have 5 tips for doing so. We're going to walk through each of these individually, but I want to start by just covering each on their own. So the first is someone who specializes in SEO. Now, this should be fairly obvious, but you want someone who specializes in exactly what you need. For example, instead of, when you have a leaky faucet, going to a handyman who does all types of different home improvement activities, you probably want a plumber who specializes on exactly the problem that you're trying to solve. It's the same with marketing professionals. You probably don't want a generalist. You probably want someone who is specifically trained in solving the problem that you have. The second is you want someone who specializes in dentistry. Again, there are plenty of advertising agencies and marketing agencies that basically offer up their services on a first come, first served basis. They don't specialize on anyone, so you want someone who focuses on dentistry. And then you want someone who can rank their own website, and I'll get into what that means in a second. Can show proof of client results, and someone that you can talk to. And again, I'll explain that in a little more detail when we get into it. So the first is someone who specializes in SEO. And I'm going to try to contrast myself to other agencies, not to put them down because a lot of them have skill sets that I don't have. So for example, if you were to look at, say, Wondrous, they're one of the biggest dental marketing agencies out there, versus me, I would say that they have a lot of capabilities that I don't have. They do beautiful video production, branding, they do all of these things, but they don't really have a core competency in SEO. And it's just simply the fact that they offer more. So they're more of a generalist. They don't have that day in, day out expertise of an SEO. And as far as how you evaluate this, it's really as easy as going to the websites and seeing, what under their services section, is it all about SEO or is it all about different things that they do, such as on the Wondrous site, branding, video, social media. I only do one thing. They do lots of things, and just by nature, they're not going to be able to specialize in that one thing that I do. The second thing is looking for someone who specializes in dental. Now, there are a lot of really good SEO consultants, and there are some that are probably better than me in general. But the thing is, I have the sweat equity in dental. I can run laps around them in the dental field because of the fact that that's all I do. I understand all the most meaningful terms, all the sites we need to get links from. It's just what I do day in and day out. So again, you want to find someone who specializes in dental. That would be very apparent when you land on their website. The third is they can rank their own website. So for example, I rank number 1 for dental SEO consultant. That's what I am. That's the services I offer. If you're going after any other competitor, you would want to make sure that they rank for what they offer. The simple fact is, I know I can rank myself so I can rank my clients. If there's a dental SEO consultant out there that cannot rank themselves even on page 1, what makes you think that they can rank your practice? So that's an important factor to look at. And then this, I think, is very important. This last one here, where you can talk to the expert. So at most agencies, and I know this because I've spent 15 years in agencies, the relationship looks like this. You pick up your phone, you call an account manager. Now that's a best case scenario. Sometimes you have to submit an email ticket, but let's say best case scenario, you call them up and they hear your request. Okay, great. You hang up the phone with them. They then go to the project manager. Now that project manager probably then goes to a team lead who then communicates to the guy doing the work, your dental SEO expert, who in most cases is a fresh college grad who's operating off of some standardized operating procedure. Now, with my model and other consultants, it's very different. You pick up the phone and I answer, the guy doing your work. And the reason why I think that's important from a dental expertise angle is there's a reason why agencies hide their person behind multiple levels. Is because they don't trust them to represent themselves as an expert. Whereas I generally trust myself. When you call me, I feel like I'm going to have very valuable things to say. So those 5 tips, and I'll kind of go back right here so we can go through them again. You want to find someone who specializes in SEO. They specialize in dentistry. They can rank their own website. They can show proof of client results. And I guess I forgot to show that. So let me zoom out here. If you go, to my website, for example, what I like to do is I can just show you just screenshot after screenshot after screenshot of page 1 results across both, Google, ChatGPT, as well as Reddit and communities. And so you want to find all of those factors in whoever you're working with. And, if you're interested in what it would actually look like to work with a consultant, got my alarm going off here, then what I would recommend is get started. And really, the first step is just a free SEO audit where I take a look and I see if you're a practice that I can help out. And again, kind of back to dental expertise, I should be able to prove my value through that first interaction. And if not, you can go elsewhere. But that's really the first step. I think to finding a dental SEO expert is doing your homework and then reaching out and requesting an audit. If someone can't do that, they're probably not the dental expert you need to solve your problem. If you have any questions, you can see my email on the screen here, as well as my phone number. You can email me or call me with any questions around dental, and I will get back to you and hopefully show off my dental SEO expertise. Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Dental SEO Blueprint, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.